If you're struggling with a report full of charge-offs, collections, and hard inquiries, and you've heard about it being wiped off in under 5 days, let me be clear, that process is completely real. It's called a credit sweep. But here's the problem. Most people don't know how to do it right. They hear a buzzword, they see a few results on TikTok and jump in with no plan or anything. They don't know where to start. And that's when they wonder why nothing comes off their report. So in this video, I'm breaking down step by step how a proper credit sweep works, what legal code is based on, and how to do it correctly to clean your personal credit in as little as 4 days. So let me tell you where I was when I learned about this. I was working full time, barely scraping by, living with a family member who frankly didn't want me there. You ever had to tiptoe everywhere around the house? Like, you ever try to close the microwave and you have to be like super careful so you don't make that extra noise, or you had to open the fridge and you had to make sure, I had to do all that, and I'm a grown ass man. My personal bills were piling up, my credit was shot, doors closing everywhere. But what hurt the most was the fact that I knew I was trying my best, right? I was clocking in every day. I was doing my best to avoid debt, doing everything right, still getting denied, still getting overlooked, still being judged by my score that didn't even tell the true story. I finally hit a breaking point when I got denied for an apartment I knew I can afford. I just remember thinking, man, listen, this is it. I need a break. I remember saying, just wanted to crash out. I wanted to crash out on everything. I wanted to just, but I had to woosah for a second. I had to just think. I said, you know what? There's got to be another way. So I started doing some research, started doing some digging, just something just really fishing out there for a lifeline. And that's when I found out that the 605B sweep strategy existed. I said, what? Yeah, that saved me. And once I understood the structure behind it, let's just say I started moving like a surgeon. A credit sweep isn't a dispute. It's not a goodwill letter. It's not even a traditional credit repair. It's a legal method based on the FCRA 605B statute, which says if you submit a valid identity theft report to the bureaus and properly request a block off their items under the 605B statute, they are required to remove the items within 4 days. Let me say that again, 4 days. That's huge. A valid FTC identity theft affidavit, a detailed list of accounts tied to that fraud claim, a formal POL letter or 605B deletion letter. You pair that with the CFPB complaint to trigger oversight, and that's when the magic happens. Now listen, I'm not telling you to bend the truth or do anything reckless. I'm telling you educate yourself, because a lot of accounts on people's reports aren't fully verified. Some were never even authorized correctly from the start. And the credit bureaus, well, they don't investigate unless you apply pressure the right way. You got to put a foot in their ass. Here's the full sweep blueprint I used. Step 1. Pull all 3 credit reports. Get your data from Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax directly. You can use annualcreditreport.com, or you can go to every bureau's dedicated website to get it that way. Credit Karma is fine for a basic view, but it's not detailed enough, so I wouldn't really use that. Step 2, identify the negative items. List out every charge-off account, collection, hard inquiry. You want to be precise here. You want to really be surgical. You want to include dates, account names, and statutes. Step 3, file your FTC identity theft affidavit. Go to identitytheft.gov and fill out the affidavit to the best of your ability. Include the specific accounts you want blocked, download the PDF, and keep the case number. That's extremely important. Step 4, write your POL letter / 605B block request. This is the letter that you send to the bureaus demanding deletion. It must reference the FCRA law, your FTC case number, and the full list of accounts that you want deleted. But you got to be clear, you got to be legal, and you got to be structured here. You got to really take your time. Step 5, file a CFPB complaint for each bureau. You submit this online at cfpb.gov, attach your credit report, affidavit, POL letter, and list all the items that you want deleted. This puts pressure on the bureaus to comply in 4 days or less. Step 6, wait and monitor responses. Some bureaus respond via email, others do it by mail, but if your paperwork is clean, well, you'll start seeing deletions within days. Step 7, follow up with a method of verification letter only if needed. If they verify an account you know shouldn't be there, hit them again with an FCRA 611 letter demanding verification proof. And just a little pro tip, you can stack results by using rent reporting or secure trade lines right after your sweep. That way, as stuff comes off, new positive data goes on. And I am fully aware that this is a lot of information to digest. So I put together a full guide with the POL letter template, step-by-step credit sweep ebook titled The Sweep Protocol. Links to all the exact tools and sites I use are in the description below. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I want you guys to like, comment on any of my posts, and then I want you to send me the word or DM me the word sweep. And just so you know, we also have buy now, pay later options like Klarna, Affirm, and Zip. They're all available. That way you can split the cost if needed. I don't want any excuses from anyone. I want everybody to be able to access this information. Okay, great. So now the sweep got the mess off your report. But if you don't rebuild it strategically, well, let's just say you're gonna end up right back in the same trap. The game is a whole lot deeper than deletions. You have to understand the rules and move smarter. So if you're ready to do that, you know exactly where to find me, because you just need to have the right mindset to stack out here. Let's get it.